Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron. Welcome back to the Gamertron show, and I am pissed as hell. So the Doom Open Beta was this past weekend. And for those of you who haven't been playing the Doom Open Beta on PC, then you haven't seen this. For some odd reason I was not expecting, the Doom Open Beta had its own Steam store page. Why Bethesda and id did that is a bit beyond me, but they did what they did and that's perfectly fine. So the beta had its own Steam store page, and guess what? The ignorant, the arrogant, and the flat-out sociopathic took advantage of it. With the Doom Open Beta having over 11,000 reviews, with over 7,000 of those reviews being negative. Over 7,000. Over 7,000! Now, usually, when a game gets a negative review on Steam or has a majority of negative reviews, it's usually a shitty product. Like The Slaughtering Grounds, Bride to Hell Retribution, Day One Gary's Incident, real low-quality products that are poorly made. So if a newcomer, a passerby, just so happened to glance at the Doom Open Beta store page, they would think to themselves, wow, with all these negative reviews, it must be a pretty bad game. It must be a low-quality product. And that is when two issues concerning these negative reviews on Steam arise. First off, who the fuck leaves a Steam review on an open beta as soon as the beta ends? Like with any beta for any game ever, including betas on Steam, once the beta's over, the Steam store page for this beta will be deleted, gone, along with all the other reviews. So why would you spend upwards of a minute to an hour writing sentences and or paragraphs of text detailing your thoughts on the game if it's all just going to disappear as soon as the beta ends? Why waste that time? Why even put the effort into writing a Steam review on an open beta? When the beta ends, it ends, it's over, it's gone, along with the store page and all the reviews on it. So thanks for wasting your time and everybody else's. Making a video review or having a text review on some forum or blog or website, that makes more sense because that's going to be permanent. But going out your way to write a lengthy review on Steam for a beta? Just a bizarre waste of time. Now, second thing, and this is the big one. This is the thing that drives me, just makes my blood boil. If you actually make the time to read these negative reviews, anyone with a pair of eyeballs and a brain behind them could see, read, and understand that the vast majority of these hundreds, of these thousands of negative reviews on Steam are one of three things: irrationally biased, closed-minded and immature, and lastly, lies. Lots and lots and lots of lies. Like, oh my god. I have never ever seen such a concentrated campaign of ignorance, misinformation, and flat-out lies, which I will get to and dissect in just a moment, but let me be clear about one thing. I have absolutely no problem if you didn't like the Doom Open Beta. If you did not like the Doom Open Beta, if you did not enjoy yourself, if you did not enjoy the gameplay, if you just didn't have fun, if you didn't like it, that is a-okay. No problem whatsoever. Everyone likes and dislikes different things. I don't like Pokemon. Everyone else seems to like Pokemon. I was perfectly content with the Mass Effect free original endings. Everyone else, not so much. And that's perfectly fine. Everyone has their different opinions and preferences, likes and dislikes. That's awesome. However, when you start spreading misinformation, lying to my face, insulting my intelligence, that's when I take serious issue. So let's tackle this head on, shall we, with the number one complaint of these Steam negative reviews about the Doom Open Beta, which mostly consists of: this game looks, feels, and plays like Call of Duty and or Halo. It's a Call of Duty and or Halo clone. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. I find it so hard to believe that there are over 7,000 complete and utter fools. Because you have to be a fool. You have to be an absolute fool to somehow, in any way, find any sort of connection between Doom and Call of Duty and Halo. I have played Call of Duty. I have played Halo. And to be even more transparent about that, I have played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare Free, Black Ops, Black Ops Free, and Advanced Warfare. While I have not played all of the Call of Duties, I have played a fair chunk of them, of both their multiplayer and single player. As for Halo, I have extensively played Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2, both single player and multiplayer. So I've played a hefty chunk of the Call of Duty franchise, and I've played 2/3 of the original trilogy of Halo. So, as someone who has played Call of Duty and Halo, and as someone who has played the Doom Open Beta, I can tell you truthfully and honestly, from an objective and factual standpoint, that the Doom Open Beta multiplayer plays and looks absolutely positively nothing like Call of Duty or Halo. The only thing, the one thing that this Doom has in common with Call of Duty and Halo is that it's a first-person shooter. That is the only quality these free games have in common. What? Don't believe me? Okay, let me point out the obvious. In Call of Duty, you have regenerating health, sprinting, the ability to go prone, the option to aim down the sights of all your weapons, and can perform a single short jump. In Halo, you have a regenerating shield. While in Halo Combat Evolved you had health kits, in the first Halo, you did not have an atypical health bar, with numbers indicating the amount of health you had. You had a few ticks representing how many hits you could take. While in Halo 2, it was stripped down to just the regenerating shield. You can also perform a single high jump in Halo. And one thing that both Halo and Call of Duty have in common is that you have to reload your weapons after emptying a magazine of ammo. Now, moving on to Doom, it has armor and health bars, numbers included, with armor and health pickups scattered throughout the map. In Doom, you cannot sprint. You have a single base speed, which is much faster than Halo's, by the way, on par with Unreal Tournaments. If looking for a comparison, you can also perform a double jump, something not present in Call of Duty or Halo. Oh, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Black Ops Free do not count. Doom has been in way longer development than both those games before they even came out or were a thing, and both those games ripped off Titanfall, so again, don't count. Also in Doom, you can't reload your weapons. There is no weapon reloading, something that hasn't been done in a first-person shooter for over a decade. Even Doom Free had weapon reloading. Cannot reload your guns in this new Doom, and the only way to get more ammo for your weapons is to look for classic ammo pickups scattered throughout the map. Oh yeah, you know what else Doom has that Call of Duty and Halo don't? Glory kills.
Glorious. Capturing zone. Glorious. Glorious. Demon Slayer. Revenant.
And before someone cries Halo with assassinations, you can only perform those by attacking someone from the back, and can perform them no matter how high or low your enemy's health is. Also, assassinations were not in the original Halo trilogy. Now let's list off some little things here. Does Halo or Call of Duty have hack modules? No, they do not. Does Halo and Call of Duty have any game modes even slightly resembling Warpath? No, they do not. Oh, and here's a big one. Doom has a power-up called a Demon Rune that has you transform into a demon zombie skeleton with rocket launchers and a jetpack. I'm sorry, where is that shit in Halo or Call of Duty? I think I missed the memo on that. So, hopefully, as you can see, based off of basic observations, facts, and just looking at and playing the fucking game, you can see, tell, and understand that Doom is absolutely nothing like Call of Duty or Halo. Now maybe, just maybe, I could understand the whole Halo argument, but here's the thing, Doom came out first. Doom was before Halo. Doom had Space Marines in power armor before Halo did. So you can't cry Halo clone or Halo knockoff, because the original Halo took a shit ton of inspiration from the original Doom. Respect your elders is what I'm saying here. However, the Call of Duty comparison is complete and utter bullshit, and any and all sort of gaming credibility dropped a few 100 points if you even somehow make the comparison. I mean, comparing this Doom to Call of Duty is essentially you yelling at the top of your lungs, "I've never played a Call of Duty game before." As someone who has played quite a few Call of Duties, I can tell you that anyone that compares this Doom to Call of Duty is lying to you and full of bullshit. Whew, well, that's the primary consensus of the Steam negative reviews debunked. Let's move on to the nitpicky nonsense and flat out ignorance, shall we? There's no more weapon pickups in this game. Now it's only loadouts, and that sucks for some reason. First off, feast your eyes on this. Oh my god, he picked up a weapon. Oh my god, look at this! He picked up another weapon! Oh my god, look at this! I just picked up a weapon! Amazing, right? And here's a little bonus for you. Here's some gameplay shown from the original E3 reveal presentation for Doom.
Or this mode, where you kill demons to earn credits that you can spend on ammo or health or bigger guns. Or even this classic 4-player deathmatch experience. What if the possibilities were only limited by your imagination?
Did you see that? Did you see that? A classic weapon pickup. So for all of you hating on Doom in the Steam reviews and certain YouTube videos for having only loadouts, first off, there's nothing wrong with loadouts. Like, at all. They provide options and customizability. I see in no way how that's a negative. However, on top of that, you're either really ignorant and did absolutely zero research on the game, or you're lying to others. Because Doom is not going to exclusively just have loadouts. That's just the default multiplayer playlists. id stated months ago that there will be snap map and custom multiplayer playlists. So if you want to play true hardcore old school with no loadouts and you have to pick up all the guns and you can carry an unlimited amount of guns, you can do that in the custom and snap map multiplayer playlists. They've said this. They've shown this for months. This is public information. There's the default multiplayer playlists with the loadouts, but there will be also custom multiplayer playlists and snap map multiplayer playlists, as well as private matches which you can customize and enable weapon pickups, disable loadouts, all that good old school stuff. Again, that information has been out for fucking months. So why everyone is freaking out over Doom having loadouts just now, when it was revealed that Doom had loadouts months ago, and it was revealed months ago that there would be default and custom multiplayer playlists? So yeah, you're either incredibly ignorant and did zero research, or you're lying to everybody. Alright, one last thing we have people fucking complaining about in the negative Steam reviews, and that's the customization and taunts. For some god-forsaken reason, there are people genuinely upset that you can customize the colors and patterns and look of your Doom Marine and your weapons, and that you can perform these taunt animations. There are seriously people claiming these to be negatives. So completely optional content that provides you with more options, customization and personalization, which is something many gamers have been asking for in their games for a while now, and now that Doom's providing it, that's somehow a negative? Like, how fucking petty do you have to be genuinely upset that there's customization and options in the game? Like, my god. Ugh. Now look, I'm not saying Doom is flawless. I'm not saying the open beta was flawless. It was not flawless. It has matchmaking issues, connection issues, and while I personally didn't experience any lag, there were other players that did. Those are and were genuine, legitimate flaws and negatives about the Doom open beta. For those of you wondering why I'm so upset, why I'm so angry at these negative Steam reviews, it's that the vast majority of them are, one, confusing objectivity and subjectivity, completely not being objective, completely lying about the game, and worst of all, just consistently and constantly comparing the game to other games. The majority of these negative Steam reviews repeat this one thing over and over again. This game is like COD and Halo. It's not like Quake and Unreal Tournament. Do you see the problem here? Do you see the problem with that? People are getting angry and upset and accusing this game of being a copy of other games, and upset that it's not a copy of these other games. So a game can't be its own game. God forbid Doom 2016, God forbid it just be its own game, be its own thing. No, we have to compare it and accuse it of copying and ripping off other games, and getting upset that it's not copying and ripping off other games? Last I checked, Call of Duty, Halo, Quake, and Unreal Tournament were all good games. So if Doom is taking inspiration or influence from any of those games, how is that in any way a bad thing? In the end, all I gotta say is these Steam negative reviews are lies and bullshit. That is all.
I'm gonna do one more. That's it.
Ooh, custom loadout 3.
Hola, hola.
This guy's still pissed.
Hola.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Uño. Oh, that's right there. Oh, that's right there. Oh.
What happened? What happened?
This is a place where grown men can act like fucking children.
Isn't that what video games are all about?
Yep.
Yep.
Where the nice guy gets to relax and be a boy. Because society doesn't have a place for a real man.